Hey guys, what's up? Team 3D Alpha. Answering a few questions. Starting with this one from a subscriber. Hey, what's up, man? I've watched a few of your videos pertaining to the effect enzymes have on building muscle. I've been on the muscle building journey since January, and I started off with taking creatine every day, with about 3 weightlifting days a week. I noticed gains, but not massive gains that I was hoping for. I switched to protein powder recently, blah blah blah. But I was wondering before I waste any more money, can you set me in the right direction to gain some more muscle as far as meals and supplements go? Also, I'm trying to drop 25 pounds as well as build muscle. So is my cardio hindering me from seeing proper gains? Well, I looked at your situation and I wrote down a few guidelines I could give you based on experience, myself and my friends and things like that. So after that, you just take the advice and filter it. Ask different people. Like I said, I'm not a guru. Ask different people and see the people that give you the same consistent advice over and over again. That's the key. That's what you should do. But number one, I'll say if you're a beginner, obviously you're gonna make a lot of gains in the beginning. After that, you're gonna reach a plateau, and it simply means that your body at first was very shocked, to the training. It was very shocking. There's a lot of stress, so your body, as a survival mechanism, had to adapt to it. Once it adapts, even if you increase the weight by like 5 or 10 pounds, it's not really as shocking as it was the first time. So what I advise people to do, because what I started doing myself, another mistake that I didn't make when I was first lifting, that I made when I first lifting is I wouldn't stick with the same exercise. Now, a lot of people say, well, you got to confuse the muscle and things like that. It's true in a sense, but you got to understand, you don't have to switch exercises to confuse the muscle. Sometimes you just got to change the intensity techniques, drop sets, supersets, compound sets, whatever, rest pause. Those techniques shock the muscle as on top of increasing the weight. The reason why I say not to change your exercises too much is because, first of all, when you're trying to build muscle, like I said, it's one of my biggest mistakes that I made. You want to pick the best exercises for each muscle group. Best for biceps, best for back, best for chest, whatever. And you want to stretch the specific muscle with that exercise until your body adapts. By the time your body adapts, which I say 3 to 4 weeks, I don't care what nobody says. 3 to 4 weeks is more than enough time if you have enough rest and enough a good diet for your body to adapt to a training program. Once your body adapts to those exercises, you're gonna see the results in the mirror. That's guaranteed. Your body's not trying to make you look good; it's just doing what it can to adapt, and the byproduct of that is you looking good. Once you adapt with the exercise, don't just switch. Don't throw it out. Obviously, if it's been working for you, don't throw it out. Increase the weight, increase the intensity, and use those different techniques, the Weeder principles, all these different things. Decrease the short periods. Increase the frequency of your training. If you're used to doing biceps once a week, go to twice a week. Change things like that, but try to stick to the same exercise. That's one of the biggest things that I've learned through all my mistakes. Stick to the ones that count, because obviously, if you're making gains from squats, for example, right, and you want to confuse your legs, don't switch to another exercise because you're gonna lose the benefits of the squat. You know what I mean? Same thing with biceps. You're doing barbell curls, your bicep got to a certain size, and you want to confuse the muscle. Don't drop barbell curls and go do preacher curls or some other shit, right? Keep your routine, just increase the weight or the intensity technique. And like I said, every 3 to 4 weeks, I don't. If you don't see results after every 4 weeks max, something has to change in the routine. Make some minor adjustments, not drastic but minor adjustments. Hopefully, that's if you started off with the right selection of exercises. So that's number one, your exercises, pick the best ones and just keep adapting to them, because as your body adapts to a movement, it will give you the muscle to it to make that movement easier. So keep it like that. Number two, I would say every 3 to 4 weeks, like I said, increase the stress. After every 3 to 4 weeks, 4 weeks maximum, increase the stress, right? If your body cannot adapt to a movement that you've been doing 2 to 3 times a week for 4 weeks, it's never gonna adapt. 3 to 4 weeks is enough time. After that, increase the stress, make it harder on yourself, make it harder, and then let your body adapt to that new stress for another 3 to 4 weeks. Then make it harder again, like I said, by increasing the weight or the intensity. And next, you said that you wanted to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. Most people say that's impossible. That's a lie. That's not impossible to build muscle and lose fat. Why? Because the more muscle you put on, the easier it is for you to burn fat. That's why, how do you explain skinny people who started training for like sprinting or football that put on muscle and their body fat percentage went down? It's all relative. So as you're building muscle, your body is gonna burn fat more efficiently. So it's not impossible, to build muscle and burn fat. A lot of people have done it. A lot of skinny guys became bigger, and their body fat percentage went down based on, it's all relative to the weight that you put on. So I would say sprint. That's my advice to anyone who's trying to, trim fat. Like I said, I suffer from like having a big endomorph side of my genetics when I was growing up. Big stomach, big cheeks, fat in my midsection, fat on my chest. And the only way I burnt that was not by cardio. Cardio, you're only gonna see results in the beginning. After a while, you gotta drop your calories ridiculously to see results from cardio. High intensity training, interval training, HIIT, sprint, sprint, sprint. Not only is gonna give you great abs. I got my ab. People ask me, what do you do for abs? Did you ever see me do an ab workout on YouTube? Never. All I do for abs is sprinting and riding bicycles. But sprint, not only you building your abs from raising your legs and doing this, but you burning fat a lot quicker. And even though you're burning glycogen when you're really sprinting, but at the end, your body, the afterburn effect, your body's gonna burn a lot of fat. That's what I've noticed. So sprint, I mean, look at sprinters. And out of all the professions, I think they're the leanest and biggest at the same time. Football players are bigger, but they're not as lean as sprinters. Same thing with boxers. Sprinters are some of the leanest and more muscular dudes in professional sports. So it will make sense that if you want to have that physique, which is build muscle and lose fat, you want to do what they're doing, sprint. So cardio, I'm not a hater of cardio. I have my own way of doing cardio, but I would say you want to lose fat, but at the same time build muscle and have that functional strength. You want to sprint, high intensity. Drop the walking on the treadmill and all that shit. You don't need that right now, and if, it's gonna take you too long. I'm not saying that doesn't work because I'm tons of bodybuilders do it, but it's gonna take you too long. And from personal experience, sprinting, nothing beats sprinting when it comes to burning fat because your body has to shed fat to be able to go and then come back and come back and forth. When's the last time you saw a fat person that sprints on a daily basis? It's not gonna happen. All right, so that's my advice for you. And as far as nutrition, don't get caught up in the whole supplement thing. Like I said in the several videos, supplements, a supplement, meaning to add to your diet. At the end of the day, if you notice that you didn't get what you needed in your micro or macros, you go in and you throw in the supplements. That's why I made tons of videos about vitamins. They post some vitamins. I try to get them from Whole Foods, but at the end of the day, if I notice that I haven't eaten spinach in a while or kale in a while, whatever, I throw in some vitamins to to supplement to add to my diet. A lot of this video is too fucking long. Hope that helps. Remember, just go back, uh, stick to the same exercise, increase the stress every 3 weeks, sprint as your number one fat burner, and eat whole foods, and then only use the supplements if you notice that you've been slacking in your whole foods. All right, and then the enzymes. You saw the video on the enzymes. Eat a lot of fruits. You don't get fat from eating fruits. No one got fat from eating a lot of fruits. Most people that are fat because they're eating a lot of carbs, a lot of other shit. Fruits are good for you. I repeat, fruits are good for you. All right, that's just my advice. Team 3D Alpha. I hope that helps.